And I am going to do a feather stitch. Now I've got a tapestry type yarn on, so just wanted it a little bit thicker, and just because I'm obviously this is a mixed sort of, not mixed media as such, but mixed yarns and threads, and I just wanted it to be really textural. And I came across this in my stash and thought, yep, I love the colour. It will go, and I'm going to go over the top of this eyelash stuff. Don't be frightened to cover over your stitches and that you've previously done. That's the whole sort of point of getting your textures going. And also, if you're doing a stitch, don't be afraid to make them bigger or not as uniform. I'm going to pull that through so it's coming up through there. We'll do that after, faffing around with that. So on an ordinary, if I was doing a, you know, an embroidery that was supposed to be, I'd want these to be level, but I'm going up here because I don't want them to be uniform. I want to make it look a little bit less uniform and more textured. I don't know what word it is I'm looking for, to be honest. So I'm going to come down on that one. Don't want to pull too tightly, which I did on that. This has got like 4 or 5 strands, 4 strands. Yeah, if you pull too tight, you'll get a V. But you see, I've got like a loopy type thing going on. I don't know why I'm getting a V. Don't feel like I'm pulling tight, but there you go. Just finish it off with a little stitch at the bottom. I'm going to come in and do another. I might take the strands down a bit and just take that. Just get a grab a bit more of that thread, wherever it is, while I'm done with it. Here, somewhere. I'm going to take a couple of strands off it. It's actually got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go in 2 for a start. If you're new to anything like this, don't be afraid to use 1 strand, 2 strands, 3 strands, whatever. It makes your stitches. Sorry. It'll make stitches smaller or fatter, thicker. Especially if you're doing something like a bullion knot or a French knot. Not a bullion knot, a French knot. I don't advise that you keep on wrapping. Probably 3 wraps for a French knot is the max, but to get them fatter or bigger, you need to make your thread thicker. So if you start off with, if you're using a 6-stranded cotton, for instance, you start off with 1 strand and then work your way up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your French knots will become larger, rather than wrapping more stitches. That becomes a whole different stitch altogether. That becomes like a bullion knot, well, a variation on. As I say, don't be afraid to go over your stitches or over something that you've previously done, or make your stitches a variation. It's all about interpretation. I'm actually going to come across again. You can keep on going with this forever. I find it really satisfying. Just come back down to finish it off. But looks like I am getting a. I know I'm going down a bit of an underwater theme now. I can see it coming along. I didn't start off with that. Had no intentions, but I can see. I think it's just the colours that have sort of started to come together. Really, just going to take that off and do a bit more on this. I might just do one strand. Yeah. Just come up there. Just see that you're still filming it. I filmed earlier and it went off. It was very annoying. I'm not going to go. I'm going to come back across because I know that sort of lifts up. I don't really want to go over the top. You'll start to learn where you sort of want your stitches. I mean, I'm sort of saying I don't have a plan, which I don't, but once I start to look at it, I know what bits and pieces I want to fill in. Just going to come down on that one. Probably come up again over here. Just fill this little gap in. With just a single one. Yeah. Like that. That's stitched down, yeah. So that's I forgot what stitch, feather stitch. And all these stitches that I do have little videos on how-tos. They're not instructional, but you know, they're sort of slowed down so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just going to look at what stitch to do up here. I might put something in down here as well. But you can see I'm building it up. It's building. It'll still. My intention is to cover I don't really want any gaps as such. I don't want big vast gaps, even though I know this sort of eco printing is blending in. I'm trying not to leave too big gaps. But happy stitching, and we will be back again with another video tomorrow. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Bye bye.